To the best of my knowledge, anyway. I don't know if I'm in frame. I'm in frame now.
Yes, you are.
Musical chairs. And welcome back to another exciting outdoor episode of
Hashtag just saying.
Exciting. It's like we're camping, but we get to go home.
You're already home.
I'm already home. You get to go home. It's if the rain holds off, that will be fantastic. Because it feels like it's going to rain any second.
The sun's peeking in and out, and then the rain's about to peeking in and out.
Yes.
I'm not far by.
I know. I have no plan B for rain. So hopefully it'll hold off for a little while. Speaking of that, if you're listening on audio, you can watch us possibly get rained on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can listen to the whole show, because perhaps we get rained on in audio. On iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play,
Big time.
Spotify,
Spot and what? Watch.
and Anchor.
Drop your anchor and listen.
Among other places. I'm sure there's many more that we don't even know about yet.
Ring the bell, Joe.
Subscribe and ring the bell. Oh yeah, we gotta start begging for subscribers again.
Yeah, I feel like we're dropping them.
Yeah, where did you all go? Some of you left and we noticed. It's like that thing when people like, you're at a party and you don't really want to be there, so you tiptoe out thinking people won't notice, and then all of a sudden people are like, where did Tara go? Shit! You weren't supposed
That's her driving down the street.
I know! Orange car, can't miss it. You're like, shit, you weren't supposed to notice. Yeah. I've been at work and people have not known I've been there. We didn't even know you were here today.
Yes.
Good. That's how I know I'm doing my job. So, if you're on the up and up, if you're on the mailing list, which there's no mailing list, if we all care about my lawn, it finally got mowed on Monday. I did it Monday.
Yay.
Oh God. I woke up Saturday and I was like, yeah, I don't wanna. And then I woke up Sunday and I was like, especially don't wanna. And then I woke up on Monday and I'm like, have to. Because
it's almost the way I am with the storage units. Nope, not really.
Let's find out together, shall we? Has Sean made it to the storage unit at all?
No.
No. I was waiting for a one finger. Nope, we got zilch.
Still haven't got there yet.
You know what? That's okay.
Looks like I'm going to be holding on to it for one more month.
Procrastination is key.
I wanted to get rid of it like 6 months ago.
Yeah?
Nope.
Oh my goodness. That blows.
Yep.
So, I'm trying to gather in my mind the stuff that I wanted to say. So lawn got mowed. I didn't see any snakes. I didn't see any creatures.
You're all choppy.
It was good, yeah. I was like,
Pete's getting supplies.
I don't want to see nothing. I didn't want to see anything, and nothing interrupted me. It was fine. So it was a little scary because I went to turn it off, and the engine made a pop noise. So I'm like, well, that's not good. I hope it's not broken. I hope it's not broken because I'll never get a landscaper here. My goodness.
We'll be there in 2024.
Yeah. Motorcycle suck. So all the people who got haircuts, congratulations.
Yay!
I'm sure you were all very excited. I'm sure the barbers and salons were all packed.
Probably. I'm waiting myself to go back.
You gonna go back already?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The barber who trimmed my hair, he did a house call for my parents, and I was able to squeeze in and do that with
You
them.
were able to mosey on in?
Yep.
Yeah.
He cut it short, but not as short as I like it.
Oh, okay.
It's like he asked me, check that and see if you go with that. And I said, it's pretty good. Can you go a little bit lower? Lower? I'm thinking, dude, you've cut my hair for like 20-something years.
Yeah.
You know how short I like to go, and he's acting surprised.
Well, maybe he's got, he's got Bob or Alzheimer's and he forgot how to like it.
I told him before we sat down, do you have like the trim blade is like a 0.5 or something like that?
Oh.
Some of them have a 0 and the 1.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them have a 0.5 and then a 1.
Mm-hmm.
So he knew ahead of time how short I wanted it. But he's one of those guys who, like, he's old-fashioned, so he's gonna just graze you. Or make it short, but as short as he thinks it should be.
Yeah.
Because he's a friend of the family, I'm not gonna sit there and debate with him for like a while. Like,
it's-
go over it 2 more times,
Yeah.
or just give me the damn things.
Yeah.
I'll show you how it's done.
Yeah, that's not worth it. Yeah.
Soon I'm gonna go see a real one and
Rough. That's rough.
someone who knows how short to go when I say go this short.
Yeah. You need one that has no scruples that's just going to be like, "Arr. Let me get at you."
I want to feel that thing that gets my hands. I
Wow.
want to feel it getting cut.
Okay. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Oh man, the sky is gray. I'm not getting a sunburn today.
Nope.
Mm. I was so disappointed. So my dad is like super tan, and every Sunday he puts his arm next to mine so that he's like, we're like a before and after.
Every week you're gonna do that.
Yeah, so he does this, and then he's like, it's like before and after, and I'm like, I said, well, I'm recording with Sean, we're outside. I was like, I'm outside for like 2 hours. It's not enough.
You didn't get burned from last time?
Not really, no.
Good.
Didn't really get anything. I thought for sure I was gonna too because it was so hot.
Yeah.
We were right in the sun.
First we thought you were gonna get burned, then we thought you were gonna get stung.
Oh my god. We apologized because the video cut out last week,
Which sucked.
which did suck.
You got
But-
cut off, Joe.
It got cut off, Joe.
We were unhappy about it.
No, we weren't happy about it at all. And then during the audio, if you haven't listened to that audio, you really should go back and listen to it. It's the episode prior to this one. Near the end of it, like a bee or something tries to come at me, and like twice, and I literally like jump out of my chair and I run.
Two different bees.
Oh, they were friends. They had an attack plan. They were coming at me.
2 different bees, 2 different times.
It's a bee.
One was flying this way and the other went that way.
Yeah. So Saturday, I was supposed to mow the lawn, and what ended up happening was, I said to Jay, why don't we do a little cleaning?
I don't want it, not today.
Sean's, your blank expression was the exact blank expression that was staring back at me. He was like, really? Yeah. So I really need to dust some shelves and whatnot. You know, if you help me, it'll go twice as fast, is what I assume. So he goes, okay.
Sometimes that can end up in divorce.
I have often said, right, is that if you want to test your ability to be a couple, put together something, like an IKEA piece of furniture, like put together something. Or try to accomplish a task together.
Bed frame, a dresser, or something.
Any kind of task. You have to work in tandem. If it's some kind of cleaning project, or if it's something like you're putting together like an armoire, which is, I just really wanted to say armoire because I want to be fancy. Anything like that, because I guarantee if you make it to the end of that project, holy shit, you're blessed.
You definitely should be together.
Blessed. My God. Now, I have, my patience is like paper thin. And I'm aware of this, and I usually try to make measurements for it. And when I get really pissed, I usually am just like, And he knows. He'll look at me and he'll just go, "What did I do?"
What?
Yeah.
Weird.
So, I mean, I took everything down off shelves and was dusting. We pulled the sofa back and cleaned behind the sofa. It was what I thought in my head was gonna be an hour or 2 at the most. Took all fucking day. And we didn't wrap up until about 4 or 5 o'clock. And I'm like, guess I ain't mowing the lawn today. Which I really didn't want to mow the lawn anyway, so that really worked into my into my plan of procrastination. I was like, oh, alright. I didn't want to mow the lawn. It's fine.
You can't.
It's fine.
Fuck that. No.
Yeah. But, I mean, everything got done, and I was like, oh, look how nice. It's nice. It's nice. So he's like, yeah, it does look better. And then he's like, we should, he wants to, continue trying to clean his office. And I had made a thing like, oh, we should go into the basement. Try to do the basement. Every year I bring up the basement. And he's like, yeah. And then it never gets done.
I was picturing his face changing too.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Gee, look at what time it is. I gotta feed the hogs, wash the car, do my homework.
We're gonna get nature's car washed today. It's gonna rain. I'm telling you, it's gonna rain.
No.
We make it through the whole show, I'll be surprised. Although, I was looking at the weather, not to be lame and talk about the weather, but I was looking at the weather forecast. It's not supposed to rain till like 10, 11 o'clock tonight. So, just because that's what's supposed to happen, doesn't mean that's what's gonna happen, right? Because, you can't control it. And especially in Massachusetts, where it's like, oh, here it is sunny. I mean, it was really hot this week, which is a perfect lead-in for the thing I needed to talk about. Well, I didn't need to talk about it, but I'm gonna talk about it because we were just discussing doing things together. Now you're like the penguin. Yeah. Sean went and got himself an umbrella.
That's right.
Well, I have a hat. I don't need an umbrella. I just do this. Put my brim over the... Oh, no, I'll just protect the equipment with my brim.
I was just fighting with a bee.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Oh, in reality?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I moved this, and he went up under here. I'm like,
Sean's fighting with bees with his umbrella. Now, as I said, it was hot a little bit this week. And guess what happened? You'll never guess, I'll tell you. My AC decided to break.
Oh, shoot.
Yes. Now, we discussed a moment ago...
Of all times.
Yeah, and we discussed doing things as a couple and surviving. So, let me tell you the exploits of trying to remove an air conditioner with your significant other. Okay. First, so I bought the thing online, right? And what was supposed to happen was I bought it online, I think Monday night, I don't even remember. And then it was supposed to be a store pickup. So I'm thinking Tuesday, they're going to text me and be like, hey, your order's ready, because that's what store pickup is. No.
Or it should be.
They didn't get a hold of me until Thursday.
Oh, you jerks.
And I mean, I'd gone all week. It was 80 plus degrees in my house. I was dying. I don't do well in heat. It makes me sick. So I was feeling sick for the majority of the week. Trying to cool down. And you know how hard it is to sleep when you're hot?
Yeah.
Yes. It's uncomfortable.
It also sucks when you're sweating while you're sleeping.
And then you wake up and you're like, who threw water on me? Why is everything wet?
Or like later on, you sweat, and then later on you like roll back into it and it's cold.
Oh!
That wakes you up.
Because there's nothing worse than cold biologicals. Where you're like, oh!
You know it's not water.
Well, I mean, you know it's sweat, but still your mind is like, is there pee? That better not be pee.
You know you didn't fall asleep with a drink in your hand.
Oh my god. Speaking of which, there haven't been any weird happenings at my house. I haven't had any weird dreams.
No shadow figures?
No. I had a dream there was like somebody standing with a shadow thing next to my bed. And it was such a lucid dream that I'm still not sure it was a dream.
Some of these apparitions just do a quick visit and then don't come back.
Well, I mean, what the fuck? I mean, if you're popping by, I have something relative to that, but I'm going to save it for the second half of the show. Come on, everybody's like, let's do a parade down the fucking street.
Everybody's
right
out
now.
today. Everybody's out today, too.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't been out.
Right.
Well,
Almost everyone's out.
This is me being out. This is it. This is as out as I get. It's like, oh, I'm in the driveway. I'm out.
There's like so many cars out today.
Really? So I finally got a call Thursday from the store, and they're like, hey, your order's ready. Come get it. I'm like, gee, that's only took you 4 fucking days. So I went to pick it up, and we got it. Brought it home. I ate dinner because I'm like, I'm going to need sustenance if I'm going to be working. So I had some dinner. Jay had something to eat. And then we decided to tackle taking out the other AC. Now, the other AC was about 1,500 BTU, which is not what I was able to get this time around. I have a much smaller one. But the one, it wasn't working. So it's like, if you get anything going, it's great, right? And it's fucking huge, the old one. So I was sitting there and I'm like, how are we gonna get this out the window? So it had like support brackets underneath on the outside of the house. So I took the support brackets off. And then we went inside and I said, all right, well, it's not screwed into the window. So we opened up the window and we tried to just pull it out. There were all kinds of pull it out jokes happening, by the way. We just get those out of the way now.
I'm thinking about George Carlin's joke about pulling out.
Not a very manly thing to do. Yeah.
Get in there.
A lot of pull it out jokes at which we'd both go.
Insert joke here.
Insert penis here. So we had the window up, and then it was like, okay, we couldn't get the AC out. Now, I had new windows put in, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago. Now, they were done by a contractor who is kind of the uncle of a friend of mine. Okay?
I am your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate.
I was about to get, now, I mean, we were doing this after dinner. I was about to get this MFer on the phone and be like, what did you do? Because this thing was screwed in from the bottom, right? What he had done was took the AC out of the metal casing, screwed the casing into the wood, and then put the actual AC unit in the casing. So now Jay and I had to figure out some way to get the AC, which has been in my window. I've been married about 8 years, 9 years. We got it.
Think about it, you just had an anniversary. You just had an anniversary.
It's 8 or 9 years. But I got the AC like 2 months before we got married. So that's how I know how old it is. And I'm like, all right, so it's like 8, 9 years old. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's old. It was decrepit. It needed to go. And we couldn't get it out of the window. And I'm like, you should have seen. Now, as I said, it's like 80 degrees in my house, right? I'm a little chubby, right? My husband's a little chubby. You got 2 chubby people trying to get an AC out of the house in 80 degrees. Yeah, we were sweating. I had it pouring down my face. And he's bald, so it was just coming off of everything. And I'm like, this is horrible. I was like, this is awful. And at one point, we were going to quit. And then I'm like, You know, once you reach a certain point in the project where it's like, if you quit, like, you can't quit. It's like a point of no return. It's like, we've already surpassed. Hammer's too legit to quit. He wouldn't fucking do that. But he is too legit to quit. So I was literally looking at him like, we can't stop right now because we've already passed the point of stoppage. I was like, we've already completely fucked this up. We have pieces of the AC. We took the front grill off. We took the fucking vents off. All that shit's laying on the ground. We're trying to get this fucking thing out. The window is jacked up. I'm like, we can't leave this like this. And he goes, we literally can just shut the window. And I'm like, no, because everything is broken. The side things, little accordion side things that you use, that was snapped. That was like cracked. I'm like, no, we can't walk away. We have to complete this. And then he's like, okay, why don't we just take the new AC, put it in the bedroom window, leave this here, we can sleep good tonight, and then tomorrow we'll try again. And I'm like, I think it's gonna rain. I'm like, this is just not ideal situations, right? So we were fucking around with it, and then at one point it tipped back, and we grabbed it.
No.
Yes. It was literally like, holy shit. So I'm grabbing, I got to grab, he's got to grab, and we're looking at each other.
A lot of grabbing going on here.
Yeah, a lot of grabbing. So we're looking at each other, and he goes, and I was like, it was that moment, like when you look at another person and you're almost like, yeah, we're both thinking the same thing. Like, I looked at her and I was like, what's the worst that could happen if we let go? He goes, it's gonna fall out the window, Tara. I was like, and? Because it was so heavy, the weight of it was like, it wanted to go out the window. And I'm like, we should just let it have what it wants. It wants to go, we should let it go. He's like, it's gonna fall. And I'm like, yeah. I still don't see a problem. And he goes, it's gonna damage the wood. Wood can be fixed.
Or replaced.
I am hot.
Wood can be replaced. Just go to Home Depot or Lowe's.
Yes. I was like, I'd call my dad. I'm here all day now working in my office. I was like, he can come, I'll let him in. I see him every Sunday anyway. So we've already social distanced with each other. He can fix it.
And then take a moment and compare your arms. Is it any darker? I did.
Come here and compare arms with me. How tan are you? I can't let you in. So he was like, yeah, but I don't want to fuck up the wood. And I'm like, it'll be okay. And then he goes, is there anything under the window? And I said, yeah, the ground. And he goes, no, because I have little gardener things, these little things, which I'm going to get rid of because they don't light up shit anymore. If it doesn't light up, what fucking fun is it, right?
Right.
So I said, even if it cracks something, I don't care. Like, let's just let it go. Right? So he goes, all right.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Well, this is... You're gonna... All right. I don't want to give away the ending. So he's like, okay. So we're both holding it. We look at each other. We agree. We're just going to let it go and deal with consequences, right? Because we're both sweating. We're hot. We want to get the new AC in so we can cool down. We let go. The thing tips back maybe another 1.5 inches and is fucking on the window by a cube, but will not fall.
Maybe it's that shadow figure that paid you a little visit. It's on the other side going, okay, I got it.
I'm here to help.
I got you.
I just like threw my hands up. I'm like, you've got to be shitting me. And he goes, oh, I guess we didn't need to hold it. No, we didn't need to hold it because, I don't know, fate is leaving it in the window. I don't know what it's hanging on by. So then our mission was to try to figure out how to I mean, there was no way to get to the screws. There was no way to get it out of the casing. So I was like, this is just a lost thing. So he goes outside, and he's fucking with it. And he does something underneath where he, like, puts his hand between grate and, like, tries to push. But I was on the inside. And the thing fucking slowly starts to slide out of the case. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And he goes, what? And I was like, whatever you were doing, keep doing that. But come in here and do it because I'm not. And he goes, okay. So what happened was, is like, he pushed it forward a little bit more. I was like, if, like, the thing is really, really, really heavy. I don't think I can stress that enough. Like, I was sitting there and I'm thinking, okay, if this slides all the way out, it's gonna be one of those deals. You ever see those videos where people try to catch something heavy, and for just an instant they have regret as soon as it's in their arms? It's like, oh shit, and then you just, I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to hold on to this thing. It's just gonna go right from my arms right to the ground.
Or you get that other moment. All right, you got it? Yep, I got it. All right, you sure? Yep. All right, you ready? Let go? Yep. Ring. Oh, hold on. Dump. Hello? I thought you had it. Sorry.
I had it.
I
And
got
then
a call.
I had it and then I didn't. That's essentially what happened. So I said, all right, anymore, this thing's going to be on the floor and I'm not stopping it. So he goes, okay. So he goes in the house. I'm on the outside. I tip the fucking thing forward. So he pulls it out. Right? So now we finally...
More pulling out.
Yeah, well, I told you there's a ton of pulling out. And every time he was like, pull out. So he fucking He-Mans it. And he's got it. And he comes outside with it and he stops it because I have this little railing on my front steps. And he stops at the railing and he sets it down and he's like, okay. And he's like, now what? I said, I honestly have no idea. I was like, I had no plan. I said, we're going to have to take it to the dump. And he goes, do you want me to put it in the back of your car? I went, not really. I don't want that in the back of my car. So he ended up putting it in the back of his truck because he thought, Jay doesn't like to throw anything away if there's a chance it'll have a life, right? So he...
Clear!
I know.
Clear!
So he goes, I might be able to take this apart and fix it, and we can use it on the other side of the house. And I said, okay, you take that apart, you fix it, you're going to have to thoroughly clean it before I will allow it back in the house, right? Because now you're talking like the inner sanctums of the AC, and those things get dirty.
The guts.
Yes. So he gets into the truck, and then he notices something is like cracked, and he goes, oh, there's a piece like of the motor or whatever. It's, oh no, did I just get spat on? Oh, I hope it's not raining. Shot with the umbrella. So, I'll accept sprinkling, but if it starts like pouring, we have to run. So, anyway, we ended up getting it out of the thing. The new AC was like, it was in the window in like 15 minutes. It was great. And, aha! See? Messing around, you spilt your Pepsi.
At least the cap was on.
At least the cap was on, I know.
That should be ready by the time we done with the video.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's all foam now.
Yep.
It's all foam now. So we got the new AC in, and I was like, oh. So my house is about 8 degrees cooler because now this poor little AC.
Feels like it just got 8 degrees cooler right now.
That poor little AC has been working its ass off trying to cool off my house. It's been 90 degrees all week. But when you're like trying to get something done and working in tandem with somebody, and you have the combination of like heat, and you're tired, and it's just not working because it was supposed to only take. I was like, oh, we'll have this thing out of the window in like, 20 minutes. Fine. No, it was about 3 hours. Yeah. No fucking lie. I'm like, this sucks.
First thing you say at the end, I need a drink.
You know what? It was Thursday, and I, although my friend cannot join me anymore because quarantine, I still do the tradition of getting the traditional pizza on Thursday, and and I got my soda. So I had my one soda of the week. So I was like, I earned this soda. Oh, and then there's this piece of radio equipment that I won't bore you with, but my husband has been going on about wanting. So it was so funny. We were sitting there, and we had finally finished, and he goes, "Boy, I earned that radio." I said, "You know what? You did. You did earn it. This was horrible." And after all that, he's not going to try to fix the old one, and we're going to take it to the dump tomorrow. So, I said, let's try to make the journey worthwhile. See if you can find anything else that you need to throw away. Well, I mean, I don't want to go there for one thing. It's like, geez. Because they stamp your permit thing. It's like, I want to make it worth my while. So, I was able to sleep good last night because it was a little bit cooler now. Oh,
good.
I know.
I got some good sleep.
Yeah, I wish I had central AC. That's a sweet deal.
Yes.
Oh, my parents have that. It's lovely.
Mine does too.
Yeah.
I don't. I have a big AC system that's in the wall of my apartment.
Oh, you have a wall. You have like a wall AC. Okay. So you don't have to fuck around with the window.
Nope.
So the one that belongs to the building, I assume. So if anything happens to it, they got to deal with it. Aha. That's the best. Because let me tell you, it's not a ton of fun getting one in and out of the window.
Nope.
I
used to do it all the time when I was married and living in the house.
Yeah. I was sitting there thinking about it, and I was like, you see, like, New York City or Boston.
New York City.
New York City. Those pace picante.
Get the word.
You see those, like, apartment buildings and stuff. People like 8 floors up, and they got an AC in the window. It's like, how would you even do that?
Yeah. Being down here looking up at that, you also want to stay out of the way.
Oh, definitely.
I'd be afraid of that son of a bitch coming down.
Son of a bitch. That son of a bitch is coming on down. You best to run. You best to run.
Run.
All right. Well, listen. Exactly. So we managed to make it through the whole video, so that was great, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I know. We haven't signed off yet. Don't worry. There's still 2 minutes. It can fuck up.
Yeah. You can say, Sean, tell them to say. Click.
I'm literally waiting for it to just shut up. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe. Ring the bell so you get notifications when we post up. That's all I have to say. Tell a friend, but don't tell them in person unless you're wearing a mask.
Everyone that you can subscribe.
Yes.
We're still waiting to hear from sponsors.
Pour us out.
Whoever's interested, contact us.
Yeah.
We're interested if you're interested.
What is it? No, I forgot what it is. It's fine. Anyway, so we will see you next time. Hopefully we'll stay dry, you stay dry. And tell them, Sean, it's still rolling.
Hey! Have a good everything. Hopefully we don't get rained on during the rest of the show.
We'll see.
Maybe.